a very deep programming that divine feminines have to release. And it is a programming that every human being has because we are conditioned by the matrix. That programming is extreme low self worth. How does it show up? It shows up when you don't feel you're adequate. It shows up when deeply you get jealous of other people in any way or form. It shows up in placing people on a pedestal when we're looking for others to approve of us. If somebody behaves a certain way with us, we feel validated. If they don't, we feel invalidated. Our very existence seems to be not good enough. So much of this power we give away to other people. Why? Just because we are programmed to believe we are not 100% perfect as we are. And this can't be further from the truth. You will understand that systematically this is driven in your minds, driven inside, it's drilled inside that you're not enough. You are not good enough. It doesn't have to come through rejection from your parents. It comes through school. It comes through just interacting with your peers. You're graded, for coming first or second or whatever. You're constantly receiving a kind of a feedback on who you are. Whether you receive feedback even as a kindergartner, you receive feedback on the drawings that you made. The teacher will write good, and to your friend the teacher may write very good. I don't know if you went through this system in India, but you would get 1 star. If you did really well, you will get 3 stars. Sometimes you will get 2 stars, but your best friend got 3 stars. Now, this may seem very innocuous, very innocent, but this is innocent and innocuous only to a matrix conditioned mind. To anybody who has been spiritually awakened, this is really, really bad because your sensitivity is heightened enough for you to know that what impact this really has on the child. How much the child will go down that rabbit hole of comparison, of not feeling worthy. And then there will be some teachers you've had in school, teachers who generally are very absolutely unconscious beings. And, the society is always celebrating teachers and this and that, not really understanding that there are actually very few good teachers in schools. Very few, maybe a handful. You can count them, on the fingers of one hand, really. Most are just unconscious beings. Most times, at least in India, it's like a profession that you choose because you couldn't choose any other profession, right? So, but it's very celebrated in society, happy Teachers' Day, happy this and that. And, it's great to be grateful. And there is a marked distinction between a guru and a teacher. So I will not go there because a guru is a very different being. A guru is a realized being whom your soul recognizes, who knows your soul more than you do. But a teacher is just, somebody who has also been conditioned by the matrix, has, his or her own rights and wrongs very deeply ingrained, and just passes that on, when they are teaching something to you. They are just passing it on to you. They are not aware enough to pass on the information to you in a distilled way where they will not condition you. Along with the teaching, along with the ABC and the the alphabet and the what the words and everything, the stories. So it's not innocent at all to have this conditioning to be passed on to us. And why I am being so critical here, because I'm just telling you that as somebody who is awakening, you may have these wounds. Very likely the feminine collective has these wounds of low self-worth. They are drilled down across generations. They will be intergenerational in pattern, coming from your grandmothers and great grandmothers. The feminine has been repressed for such a long time. And even in modern day systems, feminine is much more impacted because she, number one, is much more sensitive to this because she's predisposed, already genetically predisposed to feeling a lack of self-worth. And just by the nature, she constantly has to prove herself. The nature of the feminine is not in comparing herself to others, it's not in proving herself, it's not in going out there and proving a point or winning an argument or coming first in class. That is not the nature of the feminine. So that is why this becomes deeply disturbing for the feminine. For a man or a masculine energy, it's very easy because this competitiveness and all of this is natural, it's ingrained in their dominant energy system. But it is not ingrained in the feminine energy system, it is not her core nature. So she goes away from her core nature to act like this. And this causes that deep self-worth wound. Why is she not accepted just as she is? Why does she have to prove herself like a masculine to simply be accepted? I hope you're all understanding this. So it's not the fault of your teachers, who passed this on to you, or the fault of the school system. The teachers are a part of the system. They themselves have ingrained this programming and conditioning. The school system obviously is just a construct of the matrix through which you pass through and you receive all this nonsense of not being worthy and good enough and constant comparison. So this deep sense of inadequacy, is what your journey will trigger in you, because you will feel it with your twin flame. You may feel, I'm not worthy of my twin. I'm not worthy because you may feel it with regards to the feminine energies your twin may be interacting with. You will feel it with other people around you, and you will see that this thread of a disempowered energy of not being worthy has somewhere always been present inside of you. You will see that this thread is going back to childhood. At least you may not be able to recall it from a past life, but it will have its roots in a past life. Obviously, it is very hard to, take it back genetically and say my great-great-grandmother suffered it and then it's been passed on ever since in my maternal line or paternal line. It doesn't matter. As a woman, you receive the X DNA from both, your father and mother. So it can be anything. But the point is that you understand that this is not the truth of who you are. You are not unworthy. You are not, unacceptable. You don't have to do anything to prove yourself. You don't have to prove a point. You don't have to be more beautiful. I know that there are twin flames, channels out there or people who speak of twin flames, and they may or may not even be on this journey of a true awakening of true twin flames because, for whatever reasons. But they may, try to tell you that men want this, or men like women who are like this, or coming into your feminine energy means that, you become like this, this energy which constantly has to go into some mode of proving yourself to be more beautiful than the rest, or you have to do these things to feel more beautiful about yourself. True feminine essence is just accepting her as she is, in her form, in her real original form. Why will you need to conceal that real form and take up something else, another persona, whether a physical persona or some other kind of a persona, to feel like now I am acceptable because now I look like this, now I am 10 kilos lesser, now I have all of this makeup, now my hair is straight and brown or whatever, golden, and now I am worthy of being loved, now I am attractive, right? So be careful about these teachings as well. Be very, very careful about all of this. It's about imagine a deep sea of acceptance of who you are, of how God made you. You are kind of swimming in that. So that is what will really heal you, and nothing else. Everything else will just be an approximation, or will just be, it'll bring you a little closer and then it'll abandon you. So This is all I wanted to speak about. If you want to work one-on-one with me, you can check out the link simplymeet.me and you can book a one-on-one session with me. And this is, in these sessions, we go deep into healing, we go deep into understanding the twin flame journey, about where you're stuck, recognizing where your blocks are, and where you have to shift. I share techniques with you, I share my own wisdom with you in these sessions, so that you have a clear cut picture about what you need to do, what may be causing a delay, in your ascension, in your process. So I assist you with all of that. Sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye.